Hello, my name is Meryle Holland, Tuliptoppers, and carrying on the theme of the self-adhesive and embossing and glitter flakes and things that you can do with it, gilding flakes. So just today, this one I did in an earlier demonstration on another one, and that's fine. It just shows you how to do that. But I just want to bling it up a little bit, and I'm sure you all know this technique, but again, something that's been around for years but that people tend to forget. So what I'm going to do is I will do it on this one to begin with. I'll show you that later on. These are just cut from the die cut machines. Right, now on this one, just taking it's the actual perfect medium brush from Ranger, and all I'm doing with this one is I'm just going to just highlight little bits of the design, and this is only ordinary inkjet paper, so there's no special tricks with this. And it does dry quite quickly, so you've got to be a little bit sort of careful with it. It just gives it that little bit of edge to it. It doesn't need any more than that. There you go. Right, now this is clear embossing powder. It's not thick embossing powder, it's just the clear embossing powder. And if you can, go to your local shop, your store, your charity shops, whatever, you just get yourself an old-fashioned sugar shaker. That's hard to say. I've been using these for years, and it's amazing how many people, in fact it's getting hard now for me to get them, but I've got them for all my different colours. So much easier and so much more controllable. So then pop it back in there, and it's just a question of just highlight it. But a lot of people, they don't realise what you can do with with an embossing pen. You can get them in different colours, but really, if you just want to highlight, rather than use the any of the shiny stuff, it's much cheaper and far quicker to just do it this way, and it just gives you that little bit of highlight. You can use glaze, like I said, but unfortunately glaze takes quite a while to dry, and patience never has been and never will be my strong point. So if I'm doing something, I like it done like now. Now that's just lifted it a little bit on there. However, if you wanted to go beyond that and you wanted to do it on the whole thing, the gremlins are in. Oh, it's here. So it doesn't matter what I do, where I put things, it disappears. So if you just wanted to, again, just go over this with your little embossing pad, and I'm using the perfect medium, but it can be any clear embossing one, and just do exactly the same as I've done, but you can glaze it. Now I love triple embossing, but you don't need to do it, and if you do triple embossing, you have to use your mount board, and you're making an embellishment for life. This is just something to go on a card, or in this case to go on another topper. There we go, same thing, and then so much easier than putting in a tiny bottle, and a lot less waste. Pop that there, there we go, back on there. And then I'm going to put this onto a piece of the cut out adhesive to just show you the difference. It doesn't need any more than that, one will do, it's just to glaze it. And again, instant glaze, no waiting for it to dry. And you see on that one, so you've still got the instant glaze, but it's not like the triple embossing where it's going to be a full embellishment. That's just a little bit to go on a card. Right, now we're going back to the Bling on a Budget bit with the Gilding Flakes. So again, piece cut out of your adhesive paper, your normal, good quality, single-sided adhesive paper. So there we go, we've got that one. So again, let's take the back off. You could have stuck this onto a card at the beginning, but I like to wait and put them on afterwards. There we go. Now remember, if you've watched the other videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you haven't watched the other videos, you cut it out and you'll forget You're not working on that side, you're working on the sticky side. This is why it's called Bling on a budget. You don't need double-sided adhesive. Now when you're putting it on like this is the best way to do it. Line it up, using it over your adhesive bit. Your backing, stick it down. And these can be any shapes from your nestabilities or your big shot or anything. There you go. Now then, that's stuck on quite nicely onto that. Now what we're going to do is we're now going to bring it up a bit more. Now again, this could be mica flakes or it could be the Gilding Flakes. So let's try the gold. Lovely. Looks good enough to eat, but if I did, I'd probably be sick. Might even kill myself. So it's not a good idea. Sorry about that, I get carried away. My young cameraman thinks I'm a lunatic. Or something like that, I don't know. Right, there we go. Let's pop this on. Partly took some of the embossing on there because it was probably still warm, but actually it's not a bad effect. Again, like I say, accidents and imagination. If this works, it was an accident. There we go. Let's get the sponge again, washing up sponge. Here we are. Now then, can you see on that one? So we've actually got the shiny, and because it was warm in a few places, we've actually got a highlight of the gold, which is quite nice. So like I say, accidental, but it works. And then of course, all you've got to do now with that is to very sophisticated. You don't have anything else to take off. Just pop this. Or you, as I say, you can use it with your foam pads or your silicone glue at this stage to raise it up. It's entirely up to you. You can also do this effect if you want, doing it as a pyramage. Just do each piece individually. There you go. Now then, so we can pop that on there. There's my little roller. Probably haven't got enough glue on it, but hey, so what? I don't need to have to tell you how to glue or stick. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be watching these videos. Now that's on that. Now you could bring up anything on your card, any other little bits, or again any little embellishments using a punch, or in fact, let's just do a little. In fact, I'll just do that there. Take that off. Put that into there. This could be any. It could be a butterfly. It could be a flower. It could be any punches that you've already got. So it's just to show you. This is not, as I say, please do not think that this is how I make cards, because I don't. But it's just showing you that you could just pop that as a butterfly or something on there. There we go. Down it goes. So that's just showing you how you could then make that into a card or something. But it's not really meant to be anything, but it's just showing you how simple. It's basically costing you pennies, not pounds. Good cardstock, nice embellishments. Like I say, you can use your punches because, you know, self-adhesive paper. If it's shiny and glossy or it's vinyl, it will not go through your punches. But this will go through any of the Martha Stewart's, the EK Success, or any of the other punches that you've got, absolutely no problem, because it's a matte finish and it's a matte gloss. So make sure you get one that hasn't got shiny surfaces on, and you can use it with any of your punches. So that's showing you how to do that. And then of course the obvious, which I'm not going to show you now, but I'll just point it out to you, is if you wanted any image and you wanted to do it with your glue pen, your quickie glue pen, or your other pens, then all you've got to do then is to just highlight it, and then just leave it to dry, probably 20-25 minutes, and then just go over it with your Gilding Flakes, and it will only pick up where you've highlighted. So that's another way of doing it, and that will also work on the embossing. So there we go. I hope you've learnt from that. So that's another one, and at the moment I think that's the end of the Bling on a Budget. There will be more shortly, but I've got to perfect a few more techniques yet. So thank you very much for watching, and have fun, and let me know whether you like it or not.